Hey, what's up guys, it's Triple XD back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing the mega noob tutorial for Blender. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to be going over game making and assets and all that. So we're going to be focusing on lower poly count, which means lower polygon count, which means we want this number right here to be as low as it possibly can in each of our objects without it looking bad. So we always got to be paying attention to that right there, because it will make your game lag if it is too much. So let's start off with new objects. This is in the create tab, which will always open up whenever you start up a new scene. You will always start up with a cube, which I do use a lot, and you can also use multiple other things like the cylinder, which I use for legs and other stuff that need to be more round looking. But any of these objects can be placed for whatever you need, and they can all be edited just like I'm going to show you in a little bit. They can also be edited down here to show how many vertices, which will make them higher poly. I'll show you. Let me delete this cube real quick and delete the cylinder. So you can only do this when it's first placed in. So as you see, the little lines on the cylinder are getting smaller and smaller, making it higher poly. If you look up here, it's going up and up and up. You can also do like 200, and look at that. It looks completely round unless you zoom in. If you come from back here, it looks completely round, but the poly has went up a lot. So let's go ahead and delete that. We don't need it anymore. So we're gonna be making a book today, and I'm gonna be showing you some of the stuff I use to do that. So yeah. Okay, so you have to go into edit mode to edit the objects. Otherwise, I just placed another cube. If you place something in edit mode and you go back to object mode, there are technically now one object in object mode. So if you want to place a separate object, you're going to have to place that in object mode. So we delete that. Okay. So you have your three options for selection: your vertices, which are your corners, and you can move all of your corners. Control Z to go back, by the way, so I'm undoing all that with Control Z. So your edge selection right here, and you can move your edges back and forth. Your arrows always show what direction that you're going to be pulling in. So this one's only up and down, this one's only that direction, and this one's only back and forth like that. Okay, so Control Z to undo. Lastly, we have our face selection, and we can do all the same stuff with our face selection. Okay, so today we're going to be making a book. So let's put it in the shape of a book. You know what? Let me select everything with A, delete that, put a new cube just in case any of my things were unstraight. Bring it down. We're actually gonna select everything again and scale it up with S to make it a little bit easier to do. Obviously, this is not going to be in scale once you import it into Unreal or anything. And that's about the shape of a book, yeah? Okay, so now we're going to do something that I use a lot, and that's going to be the loop cut, which you can go into tools, and here is everything here actually put in. So you can use the loop cut here like this and then do the loop cut. Control Z to go undo that, or you can press Control R, which then allows you to do that loop cut without having to go into the Tools tab. So we're gonna make a small loop cut right there for our book thing. I say we actually make that loop cut a bit lower, like, yeah, right about there. I say maybe up a little bit. There we go. And now we're going to do another loop cut, the same place down here, and we're gonna try to make it look very similar. I would say right about there. Now we're gonna go to our face selection, and we're gonna move that in, and you're gonna see that actually this right here is kind of deformed now, which actually kind of does still look like a book kind of, but we are actually gonna select the edge, I think, and never mind. Once again, I'm freestyling this, so that was an extrude, but that's not needed. Honestly, I think that is kind of fine how it is. So we'll go into the regular thing, which I just fucked it up. I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not amazing at this, but I am okay. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go back. Shit. Okay. We're gonna, I think actually if we put a loop cut right there, and then we face select back in like that. Is it about the same? Do we need to put it in? Yeah, we need to slide it back a little bit more like that. Okay. And then this one too, because there's that over there too. Push it back. That might have been too far. There. And okay, I think that's good. So now we have our book with its back, front, and all of that. And all it needs now is just to be textured.